So thank you everyone for joining. So this Q&A session is very important because we have another two hosts here like Anurag and Sadanan. So these are the key members for our group. And when we are talking about this Q&A session, so this Q&A session is meant for all the freshers or people who are already working in industry and wanted to change different domain, or they have different kind of clarification on moving forward in a career, right? So all kind of questions we are welcome here, right, on top of your front end questions or career related questions. So all of that can be taken care. So yeah, I think we'll start with a base introduction. So I think Sadan, you can start first, then we will take further on the introduction.
Yeah. Hi guys. I have around 4 years of experience in Frontend. So I mainly work on JavaScript, React, and Angular. Those are my favorite areas in Frontend. So recently I have started with open source also. So I suggest you guys also to start contributing or build your own project, be it small or
Yeah.
big.
Yeah, that's a great initiative, Satanan, on the mini project. So I think that would really help people who are actually preparing for the interviews, right? So it will be a great initiative. I think people are also joining your that open source mini challenge. So I think that's a great success for our group. So I think we can move forward with Anurag.
Yes, hi everyone. I'm Anurag and I work for a UK-based startup, completely remote, and I've been working in web development industry from last 3 years. So I have 3 years of experience, and my expertise is also JavaScript and React. I know Angular, but I don't work in Angular. So my favorite topics are JavaScript and React, and also I have a YouTube channel where I teach web development in Hindi, and I have already taught HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, and currently I'm making a series on projects. So right now I'm making CSS project. After that, uh, I will make JavaScript project, and for that I will use the Sadanand's repository, that mini challenges repository. I found it really great, and I've already made a video on that, and that is really good. Actually, it is small challenges, but a really good kind of challenge. So on that, I will make series, and today we are here to answer your questions related to front end, any technical questions or any career related questions or anything in general. If you have any questions related to front end, we will answer. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So let me move forward. So guys, close to 12 year of experience, and I started my career with front end. Okay, let me accept others because people are joining now. Yeah. So I started my career with front end, all the technology like JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and then later I have worked on a couple of frameworks like Backbone JS, Angular, React. So currently I am more focused on React JS. Also, I have expertise on Node.js, PostgreSQL, MongoDB. So also I work on Azure cloud servers. So I have experience on that, and currently I am also holding a small YouTube channel where I'm teaching React or other technology which is basically based on front end. So me and Sadanan came up with the idea of having this group where we will try to help members because we hold some experience where we know how industry work and how enterprise application we develop. And I came across so many applications because of the experience, definitely. But yeah, I would like to share my expertise or experience with the community, so I wanted to give back. That's why we are here, and that's why this session also we have, right? So now we'll move forward. So that's how it is. So we'll move forward with your questions, and we'll try to give the best answers possible. Yeah. So yeah, I think you are open for the questions, so we can start one by one. So if one is also like rule of this Q&A is if you are asking on the audio, so you can others can post the messages so that it will not be like two people talking in same time. Yeah, great. So yeah, we can start. So you can unmute your mic. That will be okay and ask. Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
First of all, thank you so much for organizing this session. I was very curious from yesterday.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I have been in this field for last 1 year, and for last 2 to 3 days, I'm facing one problem.
Mhm.
Can I share with you that problem?
Okay, so if it is
Okay,
specific
so
mode right now, yeah. So the plan is here the verbal questions. So like if you are moving forward in your career or
it
you
is
have
not big question. It is normal problem.
okay, so that will
I
be
will
quite
get answer.
simple, I think, and that will be easier, right? It can save
Yeah,
If,
other
can you
members'
still
time there. Yeah.
can you share my
no,
screen?
uh, no, Swapnil, don't share your screen. If you can just explain it verbally, we will
Hmm.
try to
Okay,
understand and we will try to give you some hints. And that don't share it for now because this session is
okay,
not like
Coding
completely
session.
problem solving. It is like if you have general doubts where we can explain it
okay,
verbally without going into very much technical. That kind of questions you
okay,
can
sir.
ask.
Okay, sir,
Okay,
no problem.
and
Some
you can also ask in Hindi, like if anybody is not comfortable English speaking in English, so you can ask in Hindi, and we will reply in Hindi. Like if you are not comfortable, so whatever you are comfortable, you can speak in your language.
okay, sir.
Okay, so we have another question: how to choose a repository for contributing to open source in JavaScript repository? So are you specifically asking for the repository which is on the Sadanand point on the mini challenge, or this is like something else or any repository?
Can I ask my question?
Yeah, you can ask.
सर मैं 2 3 दिन से वीट पे जब मैं रिएक्ट प्रोजेक्ट बना रहा हूँ ना तो मेरे को एक इशू आ रहा है कि गेट एच टी टी पी लोकल 5173 404 नोट नॉट फाउंड। मतलब मैं कुछ भी चेंजेस नहीं कर रहा हूँ फिर भी ये मेरे को एरर देखने को मिल रहा है। तो
Okay,
इसका क्या
so
इशू हो सकता है फ्रंट एंड में?
could you like the in direct answer to this is can you put your code on GitHub and share with us so that we can have a look, right? That will be that
सर
would
कोड में कुछ भी चेंजेस नहीं है,
Mhm.
बस मैं रिएक्ट प्रोजेक्ट बना रहा हूँ ना, बस वही सेम ही है।
So are you using the normal React Create app or are you using White to do that?
वाइट वाइट।
Okay, so can you try with the I don't know like what node version you have right now, how you have installed the things, right? So I would also
प्रॉब्लम मतलब कंसोल में कंसोल में एरर आ रहा है, बाकी वर्किंग है सब कुछ, स्क्रीन पे सब कुछ शो कर रहा है।
so maybe somewhere some settings is missed. So we have to check how's your package JSON looking, how's your webpack. Maybe there is some webpack related issue. So that might be a chance if it is coming in console, right? As you are saying, there is no code change, right? So we have to look
या
at that. Otherwise, you can use the create app command so that we can see if the specific issue with White or it's a issue with the React code or your local system, like maybe Node.js version or something like that. Okay. If it is
ओके
working
सर।
in the create app, okay, that command npx create react app. If it is also giving error there, that means there is system level issue. If it is working there, then it is a white level issue. Okay, so you might just install your
ओके सर।
white globally again, uninstall and install. Maybe it will solve your issue. Okay, because there is no code change, right? So
ओके सर,
that is the thing we can
आई विल ट्राई दिस।
think of right now. Yeah. Okay. More questions are welcome. As a front ender, should I apply for SDE role? Okay, SDE. So, what do you mean by SDE? Anyone can just tell. So you guys can speak. It's a very open channel, so it's okay to speak. So Hindi, English, both are fine. I'm also comfortable with Hindi. So
I think it stands for software development engineer.
So anyway, so see, companies will hire you as a SDE, because see, every company have a specific designation like software engineer or associate software engineer. Okay, then senior software engineer, or somebody have SDE, senior SDE. So these are just a designation. Okay, on that designation, you are anyway a software engineer. Okay, they will give you the work front end or back end, that is different. So one application is not only a piece. Okay, it's only not something which front end developer does. It's a overall thing, like you will do front end part or somebody will do back end part. But the role of your designation or your role will be like SDE or something like that. That depends on company. Some company just say software engineer, that's all. They will not even say senior tech lead, this that. So it depends on companies. So you apply for all these role. So wherever you apply, let's say they say SDE, so you check their what you say JD. If they have mentioned the front end related skill set which is required, so that means it is for front end kind of work, right? So that way you can simplify and understand which role you are applying for, right? Hope this answered your question, right, Saurabh?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yep. Yes, Deepak, please, you can go ahead. So I have
Hey,
opened the comment box also, so that.
yeah, hi Rakesh, hi Sadanand. I have one question. Like, I'm working from 5, 6 years from in Angular. So, for higher growth, is it required to move to React, or can I continue with Angular only for future?
Sadanand, would you like to take this answer, or would you like to take this question? Sorry. Hey, Sadanand, are you there? I think if you are talking, you are on mute. So I think maybe he's away or something. So I can take, or Anurag, if you want to take this question.
Yeah, sure. I can answer from my perspective, but it can change from person to person. So the first thing is that you are asking this question. That means you have little doubt in Angular, because React is getting more popular and jobs are more for React. So the very question itself is saying that you are somewhere want to incline towards React. So already you have said that you have worked in AngularJS for 6 years, and maybe for 5 whatever years you have worked. So you must have very good knowledge of Angular. And
Yeah,
if you take React, so that will be an add-on. Like, it will not be like you will either work on React or you will work on Angular. So you already know Angular, you are already expert of Angular. You can learn React also. And it is not that if you learn React, you will forget Angular. So you can learn, you can give some time to React, and it will be very easy. It is easier than Angular. I have learned both, and it is easier. Maybe in uh, I think 2 months you will be master of React. If you give 2 3 hours every day, you will be master in React, and then you will have more opportunities, even more than Angular or React developers, because you know both. So
yeah,
this
sure.
route you can go, right?
Okay, I would also like to answer or add on to Deepak. So
Sure.
the thing is, yeah, I think it's not about you. If you wanted to move further in your career, you should be moving towards React or something. If your expertise is on Angular, so there are company, they are specifically having different department where just Angular folks or React folks are working. Also, you can extend your skill set. Okay, if you wanted to move forward, or you say you have to, definitely you have to more make more money, or you have to have good package, right? So you can extend your skill set. Okay, you can also say plus Angular, I am a backend developer, so you can extend your skill set there, maybe whatever language you choose in backend. Also, if you don't want to go that route, you can also do some cloud certification on Azure, right, or AWS. So both are good certification you can do at the developer level. Then you can do cloud essay. You can do essay. So solution architect associate. So you can do that. So there are more ways to move forward in your career. Rather, like if you wanted to be a front end only, then that is a different use case. But yeah, moving forward in your career should be inclined to your skill set. Okay, so you improve your skill set. Okay, add on something to that, then definitely you will reach your goal, whatever it is. Hope this both the way of answering from Anurag and me may help you, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
If you in future you would like to know, okay, if I want to do on cloud, what kind of route I can choose, please do ask in the group, or personally you can message. I would be able to help you directly, or you can also approach a session on topmate, so that is also there. So
Sure, sure.
yeah, Deepak Thakur, please go ahead.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था जैसे मैंने फ्रंट एंड कर लिया अभी
Hmm.
तो मैं अभी नोड जेएस सीख रहा हूँ
Okay.
तो उसमें का मतलब कितना सीखना चाहिए मुझे ताकि मैं मतलब बैकएंड कर सकूँ या
uh,
फिर मतलब एकदम एक्सपर्ट होना चाहिए उसमें
ये तो वो वाली बात है ना, लाइक इट्स कि मेरे को मीठा पसंद है, कितना मीठा डालूं. So
हाँ,
no judgment on that, right? So coding is something. See, I am having experience like almost 11 plus years, reaching to 12 now. So I still do code, still learn something new. I still face different kind of challenges over Node, or still doing the Node. I'm doing from more than 5 years now, and front end I'm doing from very long. But still, I face the issues. I have to find the solution on top of that. So learning will never end, guys. So as you wanted to become a developer or pro developer, what is in future. So learning, you can say it will never end, but you can start from anywhere. Okay. Let's say you spend 1 month on Node.js, then I think you should be able to develop the APIs. You should be able to interact with your database. You should be able to implement the security on your middleware. So all of that you can anyway do. So there is no end to this. Okay, so in future you can just remove express, you build your own framework, so there is no limit of doing something on Node.js, right? So on Node.js you can build some other framework or some other thing, or let's say you wanted to build a PDF reader, so you can build something on top of that. There is no limit on top of that. So you start from somewhere and just
हाँ,
start doing something, some projects and all. What is
ठीक
that?
है सर
Vishal Datta. Yeah, thank you, Deepak.
थैंक यू सर
Sadanand, would you able to unmute your thing?
Yeah, yeah.
Great, great. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, any of the answers you would like to improvise or wanted to add some points?
Looks good, Rakesh and
Okay, thank you, Sadanand. So Vishal have one question. So starting career is very low salary, 8K. Now time is okay. So you started with career very low salary, right? So I think low salary is okay, rather sitting at home without salary. So I would always prefer that. So because if you just started with some salary, right? So you are independent first of all. You can improve your skills, okay, and move forward. Let's say for 1 year you did just survive on this salary. You are not asking your parents, and you are happy. Your parents are happy. At least you are doing something. You're not just sitting home. And I believe if you code for 1 year in an industry or any project you do in the industry, you will be improving like anything. Your communication will improve. So a lot of these things will build, which will not build if you are not doing anything and you are just sitting at home. So I would say whatever salary you are getting, just grab the job, whatever. Just don't think, okay, I spent it 12 lakhs. Well, I should only get 6 lakh package, then only I'll move forward in my life. So that should not be your thing, okay? So as a developer, you should be open for the opportunities, whatever you are getting like internship or whatever it is, or a open source project, freelancer project. You should be open for that. So just, and if it is work from home, it is okay. But I would always say for the fresher, work from home is not good thing. You should always go to office, meet different members, their perspective. You should meet to them and see how they work, and the way of writing code or something like that, how they behave with the seniors and all, how they communicate with client. So all of that you will not get at home. So it's work from home is work from home, is nothing more than that. Okay, what we have, Amit?
So I would like to add on that Vishal's
Yeah,
questions.
yeah.
So like you can at a starting you can get started with any salary, 8K, 10K, whatever you get, just start it, get into the industry and
Hello,
work there.
madam.
While working, I'm sure if you
How
have
will all
got the good
is their
job, then you
very
will
much.
get to learn lot of things.
हाँ,
And while working there,
ठीक है ठीक है.
learn from the job whatever work you are getting, and also put some extra time to upskill yourself. And you can work there for 6 months or 1 year at least. I would suggest to work 1 year, or if the salary is very low but your requirement is that you want more salary, you are not able to survive with that, so you can try changing after 6 months also.
जाओ बाहर.
So whenever you join with a low salary, the problem is whenever you change, let's say you joined with 10K, and when you apply for uh, like when you go to new company, then they will provide increment based on your current salary. They will say that okay, now you are getting 10, so we can give you 12 or 15. That's it. How much you will take? You will take 20. That is 100% increment. And mostly people will not give. New companies doesn't give. They judge you based on your current salary. So uh, your like your expectations should be high actually. So right now your salary is 8K, but you is upskill yourself in such a way that you should be able to ask 50K or 40K, right? You can ask them like your expectation is 50K, and you have like whenever you joined that company for 8K, at that time that salary was justified, because at that time I was just learning, I did not know that much. But over the period of time, over the period of this 1 year, while I was working, after working for 8 hours, I used to study for 2 3 hours every day, and I was upskilling myself. And right now I think my skill is on that level that I can demand for 50K or something like that. So you need to learn to talk that why your current salary is not justified, why you are asking more salary. So just get started with anything, and then justify that now you can ask for more. Like your current salary cannot decide what next salary should what is your next salary. So that should not be decided by your current salary. So don't worry about your current salary. Upskilling is the most important thing. Like let's say if you ask for 50K monthly, so at that time your skill level should also be like that. Like you should be able to interview, like answer the questions in interview. So that is my answer to that. That you can get started with anything, but you need to talk. You need to know how to talk.
See,
And
yeah, if like so many people, right? I have already seen examples. So they will just join by just giving some interviews, or they will take some others' help, and they will just join the company. Then they will say, "I'm not able to complete the task. I'm struggling. This that." So don't come to that situation. At least I would say, like, prepare yourself and see, salary is not in you. So if company is ready to pay 6 lakh, they will pay 6 lakh. Their budget is that. If their budget is 20, they will pay 20. So you cannot actually focus on that thing. So just focus on your skill set. I would say for a developer, I don't think salary should be too much issue. Whatever you get, start with that, then keep upscaling and move forward, right? So let's take other questions now. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Don't be hopeless, guys. You will be a developer in future. So Just stay strong because this time is very
Sir,
not.
hello.
Yes, Bishal.
Yeah, Vishal.
हाँ सर,
You
और
can.
एक डाउट आ रहा था कि मतलब अ, मतलब अभी तो कोई ज्वाइन नहीं किया, फिर भी मैं कि अगर मैं ज्वाइन के बाद कोई अगर अप्लाई कर रहा हो किसी कंपनी में तो इसमें तो मतलब संडे या मंडे मतलब ये इंटरव्यू कैसे कंटिन्यू होता है या कुछ अगर कोई इंटरव्यू मिल जाए तो ये भी मतलब
Keep interviews. You are on
आ
probation.
रहा था कि माइंड में।
See, wherever you join, you will be on probation, right? So you can anyway
हाँ,
give interviews. So wherever you are joining, maybe or after you
ओके।
join the company, so still you can give interviews. There is no problem. You can figure out the timings. That's okay. So we can take other questions, Vishal. Yeah, I think
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
Praneeth have question.
हेलो सर।
Yeah.
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि अपन फ्रंट एंड में डीएसए के लिए मतलब डीएसए का राउंड होता है उसमें सी प्लस प्लस या जावा यूज कर सकते हैं क्या?
See, Sadanan last time also gave very good answer about that. See, stick to one language. जिसमें भी आप बहुत
ओके।
कंफर्टेबल हैं, जैसे आप सी प्लस प्लस बहुत अच्छी है आपकी, बट जावास्क्रिप्ट आपने शुरू किया, so it's better to stay on something which where you strong. So they interview will not ask you, okay, you should do only in JavaScript. Because they know you are a fresher, okay. If whatever you do, like if you are working on C plus plus and you are good in that, so you can still learn JavaScript. That's not a big thing. So they will just ask for one language or they will just ask for the position. So I don't think there should be an issue choosing any of them.
I think we have a question from Shah Amit from
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you take that question? Praneeth, can you go on mute? Yeah. Sadhanan,
yeah.
please take that question.
Yeah, the question is like how much JavaScript knowledge is required to contribute to large code bases like Chart.js for Hacktoberfest projects. So the first thing I want to ask you, Amit, is that are you just contributing for the sake of getting some goodies from Hacktoberfest, or is it something which really you want to contribute?
I want to really contribute and start contributing. Like,
Okay, so not only for Oktoberfest. So
no,
considering that you need not start with the large code bases like Chart.js. If I understand, Chart.js is a big library in the sense it is having, if you see, it's like 61.2K. That means they have, it is built by so many folks, around 468 contributors, and the code quality and other stuff will be at the top notch. So
Right.
get raising a PR, getting it approved you may get lot of comments, and you have to rewrite the things which you might have raised, and a lot of comments you may get. But that is not the problem. That is a good thing. But that should not be the starting point, because you get discouraged, because let's say you raise a PR today and they say your code quality is not good. You modify something, you raise one more PR, or modify it and raise it again, somebody else will comment, you have not written the proper test cases, you didn't cover the edge cases, etc. So this way, this should not be the starting point. Starting point should be, there will be in GitHub, so good first issue, something like that, with the tag or label, they will be added. So many issues are there where you can start contributing,
Yes.
which will be very simple. So start with that. Once you understand how the project work framework works, then you can start with all the projects, not only the one, all the projects. But in case if you are asking, you are specifically interested in this project and how much JavaScript knowledge is needed, I think in these cases you will require a very good amount of
Very good.
JavaScript knowledge.
See, I have worked on D3 Sadhanan for at least 2.5 years. So when it comes to chart, right? So all your 12th mathematics will come in, okay? All you will start remembering your 12th class. So, and that all you have to do in JavaScript, okay? And it's really tough thing to do charts. And when you talk about chart, yes, it is on top of something. Okay, so you have to understand all that logic and apply in JS, and it's actually a very tough thing. Nobody will start if you ask someone, right? Okay, I hear 20 members. Ask anyone if they worked with D3 or something. Nobody will say yes. Chart JS is very straightforward. You just see a JSON to put in, and you will see the charts. Okay, but the things go behind is very tough to do that job, because to plot one chart and you just need a like even legions or anything, x-axis y-axis, the calculation is very tough, because I worked on it, I'm telling you. So I would recommend to start with very very basic libraries. Okay, you can find out the very low level libraries and just start contributing there. Let's say there are new frameworks coming in, or there are new supporting libraries coming in, they have open source community. So there you can start contributing. Their project is small, code base is small. So what you can, yeah, so what you can do is you can just pick some easiest one, start following the process, because the process is long for pushing your code and everything, right? So once you adapt everything, you get to learn how the framework level application works, how they write the code in. Definitely, they will be writing in TypeScript and all. How will be the structure? How you will be writing sanitized code and everything. So I think that way you will be start. That way you can start your journey on this. Hope this answers your question.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We have another. We had three members, I think. I just lower all the hands. Sorry for that by mistake. But yeah, we have Jay in line. So Jay, can you ask your question?
Hello, sir. Uh, my name is Jay from Ghana. Currently, one question is I am currently working as a front-end developer intern. So I am facing the issue of completing task in code quality and logic improvement. So how to improve the logic?
So code quality is not only just the way you write. So first of all, there are some plugins which you can install with your VS Code. So it will start formatting your code, plus sanitizing your code with Sonar Cube. So Sonar Cube rules you can figure out. Okay, that configuration you can figure out for local code. Okay, so that industry level code quality, you will be able to understand what kind of issues you will face while writing the code. Okay, so these kind of thing you can start implementing. Then unit testing your code. So when we say unit testing, you have to break out your code in multiple functions, or you have to write your code properly. Then only you will be able to test your code, and you achieve 90 plus percentage of coverage. So you start improving your code by using these techniques, right? Sonar cube, prettier, and all of that. So, or you can nowadays, I have seen recently that one, white test is the recently what I've seen. It's a very simple unit test case framework, so you can choose that and start using that. Plus code, when you start writing the code, or you follow some code which is already written in very better way, so that also you can adapt. So how other people write, or how the framework level people write. So you can go to any open source library, you can just check out their code, how they split the code, how they write your file name, how they write function name, variable names. So all of that you can adapt. There are also so many online suggestions available for keeping the sanitization on code, right? So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we have Sanjeev in line. Sanjeev.
Yeah, hi, sir. My question was that if I have experience in front end part, and if I join any company as a UI developer, so company will have to expect it to me that think like the UI developer. So what will be the area where I have to change the thinking, like as a how UI developer work in any company? Is it any difference between the front end and the UI developer?
No, these are same kind of profiles. Okay, front end developer, web developer, UI engineer. Okay, so all of that are pretty much same. So just don't focus on that. Focus on what technology you are working on. Okay, so when you are applying all of that, so you no need to worry about any of your designation, because that may depend on company to company, as I said before. So That is up to you, like where you want
Okay,
to.
because the company already developed the all the uh,
Sorry, because the company.
I just want to know that company is from the Delhi, and he just asked me one question that he developed the all the codes and the CSS part, and just they are asking me like to how to you can implement the UI part, how can you improve the website interactivity, and what will you be thinking, how what would you will think to improve that? So what will be the answer for if
So
he asks me?
you are asking how do we improve the website interaction and all, right? If
Yeah,
I'm understanding correctly.
UI, yeah,
Hmm. Actually, see, small companies they will not bother about.
yes,
Okay,
yes,
yeah, a small company what they do, no, they will ask developer to do all of that. Okay, if this is the design and you work on the interactivity, how it will look better, how
yes,
user can interact better. That is the main problem. The low level or maybe startup level company will have. So developer need to think all of that. But in other companies, bigger companies, right, little mid
yes,
level companies, they will have a strategy planners after the UI UX team, right? So they will tell you, okay, how this should interact, okay, where it should that button should be put in. All of that they will plan and tell you as a to the developer, right? So all of that will be planned. But as a startup, you should be doing all of that.
yes,
So my recommendation always, so let's say you are working on a hospital kind of website or something like that. So you should follow, or maybe you can just take a
yes, yes,
reference of other similar kind of competitor companies, how they are putting their information, because similar kind of industry will follow similar kind of patterns. So just look at that, okay, how they are doing, how they are putting the highlights. So you can also adapt some of the things from multiple websites. I would also suggest one website which will help you to see a lot of references, which is unique and industry level. I'll just ping in the group. I think that's a little tough to pronounce that.
yes, sure.
Yeah, I'll just give you that. So there are
Okay,
about.
so basically, my project is actually based on the games, sports games,
Hmm. This particular link what I shared, no, they have all
and
categories
they
of.
are just they're playing the website.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If you are working on gamification or this kind of website,
Okay, okay,
then I would say there are some libraries which you can use, like 3JS and all, which can help you to do gamification on your websites. So 3JS would really help you. 3JS,
okay, okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Got
Or there is a tool. Let's tell you later. I just forgot. I have installed already. I'll just check. But yeah, I think hope we have answered your question. We can pick another questions from the team. Yeah,
thank you.
you can use Blender. That can help you to design your 3D objects and all. Okay, I think Blender or something. I will just tell you later.
Blender.com.
1 second, I'm just checking.
Yes, yes, it is Blender
Okay,
only.
Yeah, Blender
I've
will
used it.
ready. So
Blender.org, I think its
yeah,
website is.
correct, correct.
Blender.org.
Yeah, you can create 3D objects, so where you can use
Yes, yes.
WebGL to. WebGL is the format which we will use for 3D object, and that WebGL object can be imported into website. Okay, so there is something called WebGL Explorer from Google, I think. Okay, anyway, we can take another question. Meanwhile, I'll just ping in the group. Yeah. Hello.
Yes, hi Rakesh. You're
Yeah,
audible.
I see a lot of silence, so I thought
Ah,
something wrong with my connection.
no, no, your connection
नो
is
सर,
right.
आवाज आ रही है सर।
आ रही है ना, तो पूछिए क्वेश्चन.
हाँ दीपक, तुम्हारा कोई क्वेश्चन है क्या?
क्वेश्चन सर भाई नोट जैसा था, मतलब उसमें मेरा कंफ्यूजन ये है सर, जैसे मैं मतलब करना चाहता हूँ फ्रंट एंड,
हम्म।
लेकिन सर मतलब जैसे कि एपीआई सर से करता हूँ तो सर वो एपीआई कहीं मतलब ऐसी मिलती नहीं जो चाहिए, या फिर
तुम्हारा गोल
उसमें।
क्या है? तुम्हारा वेब डेवलपमेंट सीखने का गोल क्या है? जॉब करना है या तुम्हें अपना खुद का कुछ बनाना है?
नहीं, जॉब करना है।
तो केवल फ्रंट एंड सीख लो। नोड जेएस जितना आता है थोड़ा बहुत सीख लो, कैसे एपीआई पे बनाते हैं। बाकी तुम
हाँ।
मास्टर करो फ्रंट एंड को, रिएक्ट को, जावास्क्रिप्ट को। जॉब ले लो, जॉब में काम करो, उसके बाद तुम सीखते रहना नोड जेएस। तुम्हें जैसे से टाइम मिलेगा तुम्हें रिसोर्सेज पे मिलते जाएंगे। नोड जेएस के
हाँ।
यूडमी का कोई कोर्स कर लो जो हाई रेटेड है, बहुत ही अच्छे कोर्सेज होते हैं यूडमी पे। और तुम्हें
हाँ। हाँ।
बनाना एपीआई आ जाएगा। तुम्हें बैकएंड में मास्टरी करने की जरूरत नहीं है जॉब पाने के लिए। फ्रंट
हम्म।
एंड में मास्टरी कर लो, रिएक्ट जेएस में मास्टरी कर लो। अगर तुम्हें खुद का कुछ बनाना होता, मान लो खुद का कोई एप्लीकेशन बनाना होता, उस केस में तुम्हें
हाँ।
दोनों चीज अच्छे से आना चाहिए था। लेकिन तुम्हें अगर जॉब चाहिए तो फ्रंट एंड अच्छे से सीख लो, जॉब ले लो, जॉब में अच्छे से
हाँ।
काम करो, उसके बाद धीरे धीरे सीखते रहना नोड जेएस। और फिर तुम नोड जेएस भी करना जॉब में। तो
ठीक है, मतलब अभी नोट जैसे ड्रॉप कर देना।
हाँ
हाँ
मतलब
मतलब
अगर तुम्हें बैकएंड डेवलपर ही बनना है बिल्कुल, नोट जेएस
नहीं
वाला,
सर वो
तो उस तरफ
नहीं वो।
देखो। एक चीज बहुत
हाँ।
क्या गलती करते हैं ना आजकल, मतलब फ्रंट एंड की जॉब ऑलरेडी है मार्केट में, अभी ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम्हें बताना पड़ेगा नहीं मुझे ये भी वो भी आता है। जितना रिज्यूमे को कीप इट शॉर्ट, इफ यू आर नॉट श्योर अबाउट नोट जेएस प्लीज डोंट राइट इट, बिकॉज दे विल आस्क क्वेश्चन यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू आंसर। सो लेट्स से 10 में से 8 पूछे क्वेश्चन जो कि फ्रंट एंड के थे, 2 पूछे इसके, तो फ्रंट एंड में से भी 3 नहीं दिए आंसर, और जो 2 थे वाले उसमें से भी 2 के आंसर नहीं किए, तो कितने आंसर रॉन्ग किए, समझ गए ना रेशो।
आधा हो गया सीधा।
हाँ।
हाँ मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, इफ यू आर गुड विद फ्रंट एंड जस्ट बी विद इट, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, कोई तुम्हें जज नहीं करेगा इसको तो नोट जेस नहीं आता है, नहीं आता, मैं फ्रंट एंड नहीं पढ़ूँ बस हो गया। हाँ बोलो कि
तो
आई एम लर्निंग।
जॉब
या
जॉब में सर मतलब कोई इश्यू तो नहीं होता सर, मतलब जैसे जॉब ढूंढने में?
भाई कोई इशू नहीं होता, डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट, मतलब
ठीक है, मतलब
लोगों ने
मैं
नोट,
जॉब के लिए ही नोट जैसे सीख रहा था।
देखो एक्सपीरियंस के साथ यू हैव टू लर्न, तुम ये नहीं बोल सकते 8 साल बाद कि आई एम 8 ईयर एक्सपीरियंस आई जस्ट नो रिएक्ट जेएस और जस्ट एचटीएमएल सीएसएस।
हाँ।
एक बार वंस योर एक्सपीरियंस इंक्रीज राइट, सो यू शुड बी exploring other technology, you cannot say I don't know, that is the problem. So
एक
once
दो
you,
साल का एक्सपीरियंस हो जाए उसके बाद तुम सीखना, और सीखना ही चाहिए नोट जेएस।
नोट
तो
जस्ट छोड़ दीजिए आप,
हाँ
you
हाँ
see,
बहुत।
I'm telling you with my experience, once you are more
हाँ
than 8, no one will ask you do you know this, they will just give you okay, we want to build this component, it is on Vue.js. Okay, so you have to do it. And nowadays there is a micro front end, if you don't know about that, you can explore if somebody some people don't know about this. So where micro front end, you can use any framework, you can use Vue, React, Angular, all of them together in one application. So that barrier is already gone, so you guys are like thinking of this, another 4 5 years I'm telling you, their barrier of only knowing React or something like that, वो सब चला जाएगा। Let's say कल को there is a variation, okay, 4 members are in full office, right? Let's say we are building one project, 4 members are Angular, 4 members are React, 4 Vue, but they want a full team of 15 front end members. So what they will do, they will implement the micro front end, जिसका जो स्किल सेट है वही करो, मतलब सी एंगुलर वाले को जिसको 5 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है मैं बोलूंगा भाई रिएक्ट सीख, वो फिर से शुरू करेगा और देन ही विल नॉट बी एबल टू कंप्लीट प्रॉपरली। You do it in Angular if you know, if you do it in Vue and you do it in React, we'll merge everything together using micro frontend. So micro frontend you can explore, there are a couple of frameworks which will provide this facility. Okay, webpack का भी एक है, then there are 2 3, you can just I'll just tell you, if you just put just micro frontend. Okay, so you can work on that frameworks. So there are a couple of like, you cannot remember everything, that's why I'm bad with names. So like yeah, bit, and we have what is that,
हम्म।
bit is there, and the most famous is like module federation from webpack, and you have single spa, you can use that. So these are system js, all of that you can use. So the barrier is not there guys, so you no need to worry about so much what you do and all. Do whatever you do, but do it best, you should be best in that. So best in class, Mercedes. So like that.
अगर
ठीक है सर, थैंक यू।
एक्सपर्ट हो तो किसी भी तुम्हें केवल सीएसएस सीख के जॉब मिल जाएगी, और छोड़ो, एक्सपर्ट होने चाहिए।
I'm telling you, see, I
हाँ,
have taken the interviews. That guy is only on front end, just knows JavaScript. He even don't know React, but I
हाँ,
had a React requirement. So he know very basics of React. I have taken him because his JavaScript was very strong. And they are
हाँ,
doing wonders here because if your base is strong, right? I can ask him to do Angular. He will do in some days, whatever
हम्म,
module you will ask. Your base is strong, CSS, HTML should be strong. If you are a front end developer and you say, I don't know HTML, CSS, then it won't work out actually. So you should know it,
हाँ.
yeah. Like you cannot say I'm good in JavaScript, I don't know HTML, CSS. It will not work out, man. Seriously, I'm telling you.
Even my first job was only JavaScript and CSS. That's how I got my job.
Okay.
Only JavaScript. So if your basic is strong, you can get even React jobs. If your JavaScript is good, React and Angular, they will give you sufficient time to learn, and you will be able to do. If you already know JavaScript, you will learn that.
See,
So,
if
mhm.
you are thinking you are the only one working on the project, then you are actually mistaken. So when you plot to any project, right? So there will be other developers. Maybe if you are not good, they will be good in that. So let's say I am planning a project. So I will people, okay, this guy is senior, he knows React properly. I'll put one guy or two guy who's actually they are good or perfect in that particular technology. One I will put, okay, he's junior, let him give the chance. So like that we will do generally in the companies. Will not put like that all the लंगड़े घोड़े डाल दिए और रेस जीतने की बात कर रहे हैं, मतलब ऐसे नहीं होता ना. So something like that. Okay.
ठीक।
सर
Abhishek,
सर एक क्वेश्चन और था।
हाँ
हाउ
पूछो.
टू इम्प्रूव।
सर मैं जैसे कि
अभी
एक ई कॉमर्स वेबसाइट बनाना चाहता था,
हम्म.
तो उसमें सर फीचर मतलब क्या क्या मतलब होना चाहिए?
जो जो
See,
फीचर फ्लिपकार्ट में है, उसका
वही
हाँ,
जो कोर फीचर है, जरूरी फीचर है, जिससे कोई भी यूजर खरीद सके तुम्हारे प्रोडक्ट को, वो डाल दो बस, ज्यादा कुछ
बस
नहीं।
हो गया।
ठीक
see,
है।
best way to start is use WooCommerce or Open Cart is open source. You can use these two. All the feature you will get. No need to do anything.
नहीं,
Just
आई थिंक ही
ठीक
इज
है सर।
मेकिंग फॉर प्रैक्टिस, राइट, फॉर प्रैक्टिसिंग जावास्क्रिप्ट
हाँ
और रिएक्ट, राइट।
अच्छा.
हाँ
ही इज नॉट मेकिंग अ रियल ई कॉमर्स।
Oh, then it is fine.
हाँ, देन यू नीड टू लाइक जस्ट इम्प्लीमेंट बेसिक फीचर्स ऑफ एन ई कॉमर्स।
Hmm.
हाँ
और
सर।
ठीक है, अभिषेक कोई क्वेश्चन पूछने जा रहे थे, अभिषेक यू कैन आस्क योर क्वेश्चन।
यस सर, यस सर, इंग्लिश को इम्प्रूव कैसे करें?
इंग्लिश को इम्प्रूव, देखो,
Sadan, we can ask Sadan. He's good with English. Like he started from that only, right? So Sadanand ji, please help.
So, in general, maybe I can tell because I am also not from English medium. Even I studied in vernacular medium and then started with the sessions and all. So one thing, one good thing, what you can do or start doing is that explain the concepts you learn to somebody else in English.
Hmm.
So a common problem what I have seen with the people is that let's say I am from Karnataka and I know Kannada very well. It does not mean I talk to everyone in Kannada only. Even in office, let's say there are people who are from Karnataka, but still I talk to them in English. That is the one way you maintain the professional communication, and also you will improve your English. But a common mistake which I have seen with people is that if you are comfortable in one language, you try to talk in that language only with everybody. So let's say you know Hindi well, but your English is okay. So now what you do is you talk to first thing I have seen people doing that. Do you know Hindi? First question they ask. And if the guy says yes, then all the conversation start in Hindi.
Yeah.
So this practice you can avoid it. So I'm not saying it is good or bad, but if your focus is on English, then start talking to everyone in English. That is the first thing. The second thing is that you can explain whatever you have learned. So that you can do. For example, let's say uh, you study closure concept today. So now when somebody asks you, you won't be able to make even one sentence, though you know how it works internally. So ask somebody to listen to you. If nobody listens, pick your friend or maybe your mother or father. Even they don't understand anything, it's fine. But try to explain. So that time you will understand how many mistakes you are making, and try to write it down again. And then again you read it, and then try to talk the same thing. So this is how I started. Even I was very bad in English. Now I am in a state where I can manage to talk even for an hour without so many issues. So there will be grammatical issues which you should not be worrying, but the main thing is that the other person should be able to understand. That is the main goal of the communication. It is not that you perfectly use all the past tense and all the grammatical things. Even then, if other person does not understand, then there will be no use. So it should not happen that you become like a Shashi Tharoor, and even after using high level English, nobody can understand. So even that should not happen. So the main goal is that make others understand, be it in a simple English or even simple common sense also.
I would like to add one more thing. So थ्री इडियट की भाषा में समझाता हूँ. चेंज योर रूम. ठीक है, मतलब अगर तुम, if your friends are like हिंदी guys only, so if you talk to them you will always talk to in हिंदी, मतलब तुम हिंदी में बात करोगे. तो मैं एक स्टोरी सुनाता हूँ. मेरा ब्रदर बैंगलोर आ गया था. ये स्टार्टेड उसका करियर अपना सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग में, बट वो घर में रहता था, मेरे पास ही रहता था. हम लोग तो सब हिंदी में बात करते हैं घर में. ठीक है संजीव, यू अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी राइट? एंड डेफिनेटली. तो हिंदी में बात करता था. तो
Yes,
एक साल हो
yes,
गया उसको
sure.
बैंगलोर में, एक साल हो गया. उसने जॉब भी शुरू कर दिया, उसका इंग्लिश नहीं आ रहा था. सो मैंने उसको क्या किया, तू पहले पीजी में भर्ती किया, और उसको दूसरी जिस बंदे को इंग्लिश मतलब हिंदी आती ही नहीं ना, उसके साथ रखवाया. अभी उसको 6 महीना भी नहीं हुआ है, उसका इंग्लिश अच्छा हो गया. और उसको बोला कि कम्युनिकेट करो जिन लोगों से जिनको हिंदी नहीं आती. विद इन 6 मंथ उसका ऐसा अच्छा इंप्रूव हो गया ना, अभी वो बहुत अच्छा इंग्लिश बोल रहा है. सो कम्युनिकेशन जब तुम करोगे तभी आएगा. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कि अब तुम रहना शुरू करो ऐसे लोगों के साथ कि जहाँ पे तुम इंग्लिश बोल पाओ. इफ़ यू आर इन योर सिटी देन मूव आउट. सिटी में रह के कुछ नहीं होगा. यू कम आउट, स्टे समवेयर. इफ़ यू आर फाइंडिंग जॉब डेफिनेटली यू शुड कम आउट. कम आउट, वहाँ से बाहर निकलो, घर से बाहर निकलो. जिनके साथ रहोगे वैसा ही बोलोगे ना. तो इट्स लाइक दैट. सो बेटर ट्रूथ, कम आउट, स्टे विद द पीपल जहाँ पे तुम्हें सी. फॉर मी लाइक इवन व्हेन आई केम टू बैंगलोर, मेरे को इतनी खराब इंग्लिश आती थी ना, तो इंटरव्यू नहीं दे पा रहा था मैं, मतलब ये हाल हो गया था. ठीक है. बट द गुड थिंग वाज my all my colleagues was from Tamil Nadu, and they don't think speak Hindi. So I had to learn, understand little bit of Tamil, and answer in English. Okay. So वो लोग इंग्लिश बोलते थे बट बहुत कम. सो दे यूज टू स्पीक इन तमिल ओनली. सो दैट्स व्हेन आई दे हेल्प मी लॉट. सो वो लोग मुझे सिखाते थे इंग्लिश. ओके, डोंट टॉक लाइक दिस सेंटेंस शुड बी लाइक दिस. So if your colleagues are like that, where they will be speaking better English than you, maybe it is like not that English but little bit better than you, then you can learn from them. So that is the story and the way of learning English.
हाँ, तो जैसे कि आपने कहा कि अगर पॉसिबल है तो अपना रूम चेंज कर लो, वो सबसे बेस्ट रहेगा, सबसे फास्ट और एफिशिएंट
Good luck.
तरीका रहेगा. हाँ, लेकिन अगर पॉसिबल नहीं है, मान लो कि तुम बाहर नहीं जा सकते, घर वालों के साथ ही रहना है, तो फिर तुम अपना जो इंटरनेट वाला एनवायरनमेंट है, जो तुम कंज्यूम करते हो ना कंटेंट, तो कम से कम सुनो ही, इंग्लिश का कंटेंट सुनो. थोड़ा-थोड़ा मतलब इंग्लिश के वीडियोस देखो, कुछ भी वेब डेवलपमेंट के ही वीडियोस देख रहे हो, तो इंग्लिश वाले की देखो, हिंदी वाले मत देखो. मैं हिंदी में पढ़ाता हूँ, मुझे मत देखो, दूसरे को देखो. ठीक है?
अरे अनुराग,
तो
आप हिंदी को मना कर रहे हो तो कोई नहीं देखेगा आपका चैनल.
अरे नहीं, अगर सीखना है तो देखो, मेरा भी देखो, उसका भी देखो, जहाँ भी अच्छा कंटेंट मिले वो देखो. और मतलब केवल वेब डेवलपमेंट के अलावा भी और भी कंटेंट कंज्यूम करते हैं ना, तो जैसे
इंग्लिश को.
मोटिवेशनल कंटेंट है या कोई कॉमेडी कंटेंट है, कुछ भी एंटरटेनमेंट है, उसको इंग्लिश में कंज्यूम करो. एटलीस्ट अगर तुम अपना एनवायरनमेंट नहीं चेंज कर सकते हो, तो अगर फिजिकली नहीं चेंज कर सकते हो तो डिजिटली चेंज करो. तो ये है. और मैंने भी पहला स्टेप यही किया था. पहले मैंने डिजिटली चेंज कर दिया. मैंने यूट्यूब पे सारे इंग्लिश वीडियोस देखना शुरू कर दिया था. और शुरुआत में नहीं समझ आता है, 1-2 लाइन समझ आएगी, एक ही लाइन समझने में 5 मिनट लग जाएगा. अगर 10 मिनट का वीडियो तो 1 घंटे तक वही समझते रह जाएंगे। तो ऐसा टाइम लगता है, मतलब एक एक सेंटेंस तुम्हें समझना है, कैप्शन ऑन कर लेना, उसमें सबटाइटल का ऑप्शन होता है यूट्यूब में, वो देखो आराम से, और धीरे धीरे जब तुम्हें समझ आने लगेगा तो फिर बोलने वाला भी स्टेप आएगा। कोई फ्रेंड बना लो। तुम अगर साउथ इंडिया नहीं आ सकते हो तो साउथ इंडिया के फ्रेंड कैसे नहीं बना सकते हो, तुम लिंक्डइन से बना लो फ्रेंड। इवन किसी भी इस कम्युनिटी में आ जाओ, ये फ्रंट एंड का जो कम्युनिटी है, यहाँ पे तुम्हें कई ऐसे बंदे मिल जाएंगे जो साउथ इंडियन से हैं, उनको फ्रेंड बनाओ, उनसे बातचीत करो।
Writing is also
हाँ
something which you can do. Typing
हाँ
with your, like chatting with the friend. Maybe you can talk to some friends
हाँ,
जिसको हिंदी।
इंग्लिश में बात करने की कोशिश किया करो।
So
बस
when
यही
you,
सब टिप्स हैं। और हम्म
नहीं वही तो आप बिल्कुल
हम्म
जो आपने बताया इज द बेस्ट एग्जांपल, ये भी कर सकते
हम्म
हैं। सो आई यूज टू चैट लॉट दैट टाइम जब कॉलेज था ना, आई यूज टू चैट ऑन फेसबुक, तब फेसबुक नया नया आया था तो फेसबुक वाज देयर। सो वी यूज टू, आई यूज टू मेक फ्रेंड्स anonymous ऐसे ही, just to
हम्म
speed my typing skills. So
हम्म
I increase my typing skills by chatting.
हम्म
So now also I type, use WhatsApp on my laptop only mostly. तो टाइपिंग स्किल्स भी जरूरी है, मतलब व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग योर कोड, सो यू शुड बी राइटिंग नॉट लाइक वन 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 फिंगर, यू शुड डू, यू शुड राइट प्रॉपरली। ओके, यू शुड राइट फास्ट। सब कुछ देखता है ना, व्हेन कोई इंटरव्यू लेता है ना, दे विल से अच्छा, अरे ये तो बहुत टाइम ले रहा है यार 2 लाइन लिखने में। तो वो सब भी यू हैव टू टेक केयर ऑफ इट। ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते
हाँ,
हैं।
बस यही है।
मोहम्मद फारूक भाई, बताइए।
तो हाय भैया।
हेलो।
अ, तो अब जो फ्रंट एंड डेवलपमेंट है ना, उसको अच्छा स्किल मास्टर करने के लिए क्या करना ज़्यादा, मतलब मैं तो जावास्क्रिप्ट शुरू किया हूँ, तकरीबन 2 महीने हो रहे हैं। तो अभी कंटेंट बाकी है और प्रोजेक्ट्स वगैरह अभी किया नहीं, अभी कॉन्सेप्ट में ही हूँ।
हम्म।
और क्या करूँ, और उसी तरह अ, अब जो वर्क करते हैं ना, कैसा है एनवायरनमेंट, कैसा चैलेंजेस फेस करना पड़ेगा, और क्या वर्क होगा, कोई सी टेक्नोलॉजी से ज़्यादा फोकस, कहाँ कौन से टॉपिक्स पर ज़्यादा फोकस करना पड़ेगा।
सबसे पहले तो आप जो 3 टेक्नोलॉजी है, जावास्क्रिप्ट, एचटीएमएल एंड सीएसएस, इन पे फोकस करो। ठीक है, वंस यू मास्टर ऑल ऑफ
अच्छा।
दैट। मास्टर ऐसे नहीं कि बस उनके कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़ लिए, वो मास्टरी नहीं होती है। टेक सम, देर आर सो मेनी वेबसाइट, जस्ट स्टार्ट क्लोनिंग यूजिंग योर ओन वे। ओके, ठीक है, उनको बना के देखो,
अच्छा।
छोटे छोटे मिनी प्रोजेक्ट्स भी बनाओ साथ में। ठीक है, तो व्हेन यू बिल्ड और क्रिएट सो मैनी प्रोजेक्ट और डेवलप सो मैनी प्रोजेक्ट्स, उससे ही आपको प्रैक्टिस होगी और उससे ही आप परफेक्ट बनोगे। ठीक है, अब बात आती है कि किस चीज़ पे ज़्यादा
अच्छा।
फोकस करूं। अब बात आती है किस चीज़ पे। देखो, तीन तीन चीज़ों मैंने बताई, ये तो जरूरी है। अगर ठीक है, तुम थोड़ा बहुत वीक हुए तो एचटीएमएल सीएसएस में, फिर भी somebody विल कंसीडर, बट जावास्क्रिप्ट में इफ दे विल आस्क यू टू राइट लॉजिक्स, तो वो जावास्क्रिप्ट में मोस्टली लिखना पड़ेंगे तुमको। तो उसको रेडी करो अच्छे से। जितने भी आजकल ऑनलाइन इतने सारे पोर्टल्स हैं, फ्रंट एंड आईओ, ये सब पता नहीं, कहीं पे भी जाओ तुम, सब मिल जाएगा तुम्हें, क्या प्रैक्टिस करना है। ठीक है, Sutherland also have created one flow, or you can say he have created one path to become a front end developer. So उसको फॉलो करो, वन बाय वन चीज़ों को पढ़ते चले जाओ, प्रोजेक्ट बनाते चले जाओ, एंड डेफिनेटली सी, किसी भी चीज़ को मास्टर
अच्छा।
करने के लिए मिनिमम 6 मंथ तो चाहिए ही। अगर मैं, कोई बोलता है ना मैं 1 महीने में परफेक्ट हूँ, तो मैं अभी एक सवाल पूछ लूंगा, वो हिल जाता है आदमी। ठीक है, 1 महीने में नहीं होता है, एटलीस्ट गिव 5 to 6 मंथ प्रॉपरली, स्टडी करो, पढ़ो। ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं होना पहला इंटरव्यू दिया इतना डिमोटिवेट हो गया आदमी, आगे कुछ नहीं किया, वैसा भी नहीं होना चाहिए, राइट। सो यू शुड डू
अच्छा।
प्रॉपरली, इन्वेस्ट सम टाइम ऑन योर स्किल सेट, सो दैट व्हेन यू मूव फॉरवर्ड, एटलीस्ट एक राउंड में पहले में फेल हुए तो इतना भी बुरा बेइज्जती नहीं होगा कि अगले दे ही नहीं पाए, तो एटलीस्ट उतना प्रिपेयर करके जाना है ना, एटलीस्ट 10 में से 7 क्वेश्चन के आंसर दे पाना, 5 के दे पाना। ठीक है ना।
अच्छा। अच्छा।
हम्म।
तो
तो
अच्छा, समझ में, ज़्यादा अच्छा टाइम ज़्यादा देना चाहिए और स्किल सेट
डेफिनेटली।
पर अच्छा फोकस करनी चाहिए।
हाँ, जल्दबाजी के चक्कर में ऐसा मत करना कि थोड़ा सा सीएसएस सीख लिया, थोड़ा सा जावास्क्रिप्ट सीख लिया, आप पहुंच गए रिएक्ट पे, थोड़ा सा रिएक्ट सीख लिया, आप पहुंच गए नोड.जेएस में, नोड.जेएस सीख के कुछ दूसरा सीख रहे हो, थोड़ा थोड़ा सीख के ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा। तुम्हें बस जो चीज सीखना है, पहले तो फंडामेंटल मजबूत करना, जो कि एचटीएमएल सीएसएस जावास्क्रिप्ट, इन तीनों में ही मिला के तुम्हें मेरे हिसाब से अगर 6 महीने दोगे तो काफी अच्छा टाइम है। 6 महीने में मास्टर हो जाएगा, फिर उसके बाद तुम 2 महीने में आगे रिएक्ट सीख सकते हो। तो लंबा प्रोसेस है, टाइम देना होगा। जल्दबाजी में ऐसे छोड़ छोड़ के नहीं भागना है कि थोड़ा सा ये कर लिए भाग गए, तो ऐसा नहीं करना है। और प्रोजेक्ट पे बहुत ज्यादा ध्यान देना है, प्रोजेक्ट्स खुद से बनाने हैं। प्रोजेक्ट बनाओगे तभी जो तुमने थियोरेटिकल कॉन्सेप्ट पढ़े हैं उसको प्रोजेक्ट में कैसे लिखते हैं वो सब कुछ, तभी प्रैक्टिकल नॉलेज समझ में आएगा। प्रोजेक्ट जितना हो सके उतना बनाओ, जहां से भी तुम्हें आइडिया मिल पाए वहां से बनाओ। प्रोजेक्ट खूब सारे बनाओ, भर भर के प्रोजेक्ट बनाओ।
हम्म,
अगर दिन के तुम 4 घंटे पढ़ाई के दे रहे हो तो 1 घंटा वीडियो देखो, 3 घंटा प्रोजेक्ट बनाओ। ऐसा मेरा रेशियो रहता है, मतलब मैं ही सजेस्ट करता हूँ।
अच्छा।
करेक्ट करेक्ट। और क्या है कि कोड करने से कुछ लोगों को ऐसा होता है कि एक दिन कोड किया, फिर मतलब मैंने देखा है वो बोलते हैं मुझे लोग बाग कि सर आई डिड कोड वन वन डे एंड देन नाउ आई एम नॉट फीलिंग टू कोड। और मतलब कुछ लोग बोलते हैं कि सर मैंने 15 दिन बहुत अच्छे से किया, अब मेरा मूड ही नहीं कर रहा है। सो गाइज मतलब तुम लोग, आजकल होता है ना, आजकल चीज़ें इतनी फोर्स हो रहा है ना लोगों के ऊपर कि नहीं, मतलब बस यही है, तो वो क्या होता है ना, बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम स्पेंड कर देते हैं तुरंत भी, वो भी नहीं, अपना कम टाइम हर दिन के लिए दो, तो सो दैट यू कैन डू फॉर लॉन्गर टाइम, राइट? इट्स लाइक एक्सरसाइज, आज अगर 8 घंटे कर लिया तो यू कैन नॉट डू एक्सरसाइज एवरी डे, राइट? सो एवरी डे हाफ एन आवर एक्सरसाइज यू कैन डू लॉन्ग लाइफ। बट आज ही 8 घंटे एक्सरसाइज कर लिया, देन 20 डेज छुट्टी, वैसा नहीं, मत करो। इन्वेस्ट लिटिल लिटिल।
बर्नआउट हो जाएगा।
हाँ। एंड देन वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ। एंड बहुत सारे यहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे भी हैं जो कॉलेज बीटेक नहीं किए हैं। आई थिंक सो, नॉट एवरी वन इज बीटेक हियर, माइट बी, मे बी some BSc guys and all. For them also same recommendation. You are not everyone have got the mind, logical mind. So any technology or programming language is not about कि you have done the BTech only you can do programming. It's a logical thinking, it's a way of thinking, how you think the problem, how you resolve that issue, or you think about that problem, how you resolve, और कैसे कॉन्सेप्ट तुम समझते हो चीज़ों को, वो सब जरूरी है। सो यू कैन बिल्ड, मे बी यू विल टेक 2 more month टू अंडरस्टैंड समथिंग, बट यू विल बी देयर। सो बने रहो, लगे रहो, एंड यू विल बी गेटिंग दैट। अच्छा, एक बहुत अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछा है। 1 second, गौरव इज ज्वाइनिंग। स्वपनली, सर आई नो रिएक्ट एंड नोट जेएस, आई बिल्ड 5 project, ठीक है। नाउ शुड आई लर्न नेक्स्ट जेएस एंड हाउ मच टाइम इट विल टेक टू अंडरस्टैंड it very well so that I would be able to build normal project? Sadhanan, would you take this question? Swapnil.
Yeah, sure. So here, Node.js, I won't comment on that as I don't have much exposure to backend. But Next.js is something which I recommend you to learn, because nowadays, if you see, all the companies are moving towards Next.js. So
Hmm.
though it is built on React, and it won't take much of a time, but let's say you went to an interview and you said you don't know Next.js. Let's say interviewer is not interested in asking many questions, but still they ask, Next.js, and you are not able to answer. So that will create a problem for you. So now you can start with Next.js, as you know Node.js also, which has many of the things in common. It combines both front end and also the server side related stuff. So that will be helpful for you. And the time which will take to understand the Next.js, if you are already good in React.js, I think maximum 1 month, including the basic project also, if you are doing a project while learning the Next.js.
So Next.js में like the more basics is like what is different than React is like SSG, SSR, and all of that. ठीक है? If you understand that, then I think rest everything is like more of the React thing only. Okay. So my daughter is around. ठीक है? So, and how much time it will take to build normal project? So you can start, see React, if you know, I think Next is not different
Uh,
in React, right? So Next is pretty much same like this thing. So you can start building your project from beginning and keep learning the concepts, and then I think you should be able to do it. And it's a continuous learning process here. Like you cannot say, okay, we'll learn this, that, and it will happen. Yeah. So continuously you keep learning. So I think Aman also have a question. Pretty, I'm good with HTML, CSS, make responsive websites as per JS.
So there was one question from Samir also
Ah.
for this. How to navigate through the market as I'm not getting any interview calls. I am 2023 batch pass out, so fresher with the 6 months experience as front end intern.
Hmm. Yeah, please, Sadanand. This is very tough question nowadays to answer because I am getting this question from so many people. So you please give your answer, then I will add on.
Actually, I do not have much idea about the openings for freshers and other like interns and other level, like basic level. I mainly have the knowledge of like 3 plus, 4 plus.
Hmm.
And the one thing in general which I want to add is the market is really bad. Like even the experienced folks are getting laid off and not able to find the job, even with the good, even if they have good skills.
So this is very tough question, but I have one strategy which I have actually used it myself, and it's not I have done this or I have thought about this. This is something told by my one of my senior. वो अभी नोकिया नेटवर्क्स में काम करते हैं अभी भी, मतलब I was in college, so then I started looking for job. So after 10-15 days, that my senior, very senior, asked me कि क्यों इंटरव्यू नहीं दे रहे हो तुम, यहाँ पे क्यों रहते हो घर पे हमेशा, why are you not giving interviews and always be here in room only. I said I'm not getting any call. Where I go and give interviews? He said, Why you need to get call to give interviews? Take your resume." That time there was not much of this LinkedIn, this that. I'm talking about 2012. So he said, take your resume, go to IT Park, and go to every company and give your resume. Print 10-20 resume, and you don't believe me now. The first company I went, I cracked the interview. Okay. So, and it was on front end, so I was good in front end because I was learning front end from my college itself. So my goal was to become front end that time. So मेरा हो गया था, so उस समय पे. But later I told so many people this strategy, where I'm not asking you to go to IT Park and just do or waste your time, but I'm telling you, list your companies, okay, startup companies or a digital marketing companies. They will work on small applications, okay, they will work on small websites, this that. Or a company which is mid level or a start level, they are starting a product. List those companies in Excel. Nowadays we have Excel and everything, so you can get their career IDs or HR phone number. I don't think that you will get, but yeah, at least you will have the IDs. Just shoot your emails, okay, with the very good content and your resume attached to it. Shoot shoot every 3-4 days so that your resume will be there in their inbox, in the top list, okay. So try to do this way. I would say at least you will get some call from so many, like, because so many company don't, like, they are startup, they don't have money to take the premium of Naukri or some other portal where they can post their openings and all. So what they will do, they will go to their website and just post there, okay, I'm looking for this developer, I have 2 openings or internship. So I would say go to their official websites, figure out, list down so many companies in your area where you're staying, like let's say near to NCR. So you list companies in Noida or Delhi or Gurgaon. If you are in near to Bangalore, list companies in Bangalore, okay, or Pune or whatever, near to your place, right? Odisha, if Bhubaneswar. So all of that you can do, right? So I would recommend this strategy because this had been worked for a couple of members already, and I know them, and they are very close to me, and it worked out. So that's why I'm just suggesting, it's a very bad time, I would say. Just try this. Nothing is working, at least this will work, right? Because we have tried and tested this one. What would you say, Sadanand sir?
Yeah, that is that may work.
Yeah, this is a very trial and tested one actually. So
Actually, cold emailing, if written properly, it works very well if you target people. I have also seen
Hmm.
like people getting jobs from just email. So if you just list down some companies and just not only in your area, you can be in Delhi, you can apply in Bangalore,
Hmm.
right? And you can if you just get job, you can just shift.
Yeah.
So just try to get the contact, the email of the companies where you want to apply, and just write them emails. And also, like your question is that you are not getting any calls. So, like my question is, how many jobs you are applying every day? Because it is it is I have also noticed that if you apply on 20 companies, you will get at least one or two calls. So it is very much like, even if the market is very good, at that time also you will only get 10% calls. Like if you apply to 10 companies, you will get one call. So you will have to apply to lot of job postings. So don't do like don't do a there is what is there is sniper approach. Don't do a sniper approach. Do a machine gun approach. Just
Machine gun nahi,
shoot.
there is something called medicine approach. So medicine means post
Uh,
your breakfast, apply for jobs, post your lunch,
uh,
apply for job, and post your dinner, apply
uh,
for job. So that is called
yeah.
medicine approach. So you should in,
मतलब,
let's say you are following Naukri portal or some other 2 3 portals. So just update your resume or something to update there so that your profile will be listed down up there.
yes.
Updated profiles will come up right always. So just do something that is called medicine approach, I would say, Anurag. So which
Yes. Yes. Yeah, you can name it anything, but the idea is that you need to apply on lot of jobs. Like, and if you go there and jobs are there, if you just search, just put the filter of front-end jobs, you will get more than 10,000 of jobs on any portal. Like jobs are there, but not only by applying on jobs you will get the job. Your resume should be good, your portfolio should be good if it is there, and your skills should be good. Like, so only then, like, keep applying and keep upskilling yourself. Market is down. I also like accept that, but it will not be like that forever. Like, don't get demotivated and quit it. Okay, just keep learning, keep applying, and now it is getting better. Like if we see 6 months ago, every company was firing. Now at least no one is firing like previously they were doing. So now market will get better, like slowly and slowly. Keep upskilling, and whatever projects you make, share it on social media, so that it is social media means you can share it on LinkedIn, Twitter, or Instagram, so that it is at least visible to the people that you already know these things you are able to build. So they will contact you if they need. And if you just make some project and put in your local system, no one is going to see that. So just be active on social media, share whatever you are learning, keep applying, keep learning, and you will get job. If your skills are good, you'll get job eventually. Just uh, don't quit in the middle. Otherwise, you will not get job if you quit it. Okay.
yeah, Vaman. Yeah, man.
या सर जैसे आपने बोला कि सारे पोर्टल्स पे जाके आप ट्राई करो, ठीक है?
Hmm.
तो एक्चुअली क्या होता है कि मैं जाता हूँ, मैं लाइक पर्टिकुलर फ्रंट एंड के लिए मैं सर्च करता हूँ, बट वहाँ पर कुछ ऐसे स्किल्स है लाइक उनको वो चाहिए ही चाहिए, ठीक है? जैसे मैं एक जॉब के लिए मैं सर्च कर रहा था, तो वहाँ पर मतलब फ्रंट एंड के लिए ऑब्वियसली, तो वहाँ पर मेरे को एचटीएमएल सीएसएस तो चाहिए चाहिए, बूटस्ट्रैप भी चाहिए, ठीक है। बट उसके बाद आते हैं लाइक जो ऊपर वाले लाइक पीएचपी उसमें एडेड रहता है, या फिर नेक्स्ट जेएस, रिएक्ट जेएस, या फिर और कोई होता है जैसे एंगुलर एडेड होता है, तो उसके लिए क्या करें? जो स्किल नहीं आती उसको फिर
तो
उसके
तुम
लिए अप्लाई
एक
करना
तरफ
चाहिए?
तैयार रहो, मतलब जैसे रिएक्ट और एंगुलर तो एक साइड हो गई,
जी हाँ।
मतलब इनमें से कोई एक आएगा तो चलेगा, कोई भी कंपनी ये नहीं बोलती सब आना
राकेश सर, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन इसी में
हाँ,
है।
चाहिए।
लाइक जैसे अगर रिएक्ट आता है तो मैं उसके लिए तो अप्लाई कर देता हूँ, बट उसके साथ एड ऑन होता है कि
हम्म।
आपको पीएचपी आना चाहिए या फिर कोई और पर्टिकुलर
तो क्या
स्किल्स
होता है ना,
होना चाहिए।
ऐसे केस में क्या होता है ना, तुम अप्लाई तो करो, उसके बाद
हुँ,
पीएचपी, जैसे पीएचपी लिखी हुई है तो
जी
पीएचपी,
हाँ।
अगर आप 2 दिन पहले तुमने अप्लाई किया, 2 दिन में पीएचपी के बेसिक्स क्वेश्चन बस पढ़ लो नेट पे,
ओके।
ठीक है, सिर्फ इतना कि बस तुम बता पाओ तो बोल देना सर, वेरी बेसिक साइन हो। उसके पहले कॉन्टेक्स्ट सेट हो गया कि ही इज नॉट इन द पीएचपी काइंड ऑफ थिंग, एटलीस्ट यू विल गेट टू इंटरेक्ट विद द इंटरव्यूअर। चलो, उसने एक बार को मान लिया कि ठीक है इसको पीएचपी थोड़ा बेसिक्स मालूम है, ठीक है,
हम्म।
तो एटलीस्ट तुम इंटरव्यू तो दे पाओगे, फ्रंट एंड वाले क्वेश्चन के आंसर दे पाओगे, तुम्हें ये तो पता लगेगा कि कौन से क्वेश्चन पूछे जाते हैं। यू
हम्म।
गॉट माय पॉइंट। यू विल बी एबल टू कम्युनिकेट, वो कम्युनिकेशन होना बहुत जरूरी है। लेट्स से 2 महीने से इंटरव्यू नहीं दिया तो वो कॉन्फिडेंस भी नहीं आएगा, है ना।
हम्म।
ये मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ। तुम अप्लाई करो, डोंट हेजिटेट, कुछ भी है अप्लाई करो। अगर फ्रंट एंड का कोई स्किल दिखा बस अप्लाई करो, बाद में देखना कि ज्वाइन होगा कि नहीं होगा।
ओके ओके।
इवन मेरा जो फर्स्ट जॉब मिला था वो मैंने अप्लाई किया था एंगुलर पे, और मुझे एंगुलर आता भी नहीं था। मुझे एचटीएमएल और सीएसएस और जावास्क्रिप्ट बस इतना ही आता था, और मैंने अप्लाई किया एंगुलर पे। तो फिर एचआर ने कॉल किया, आपने एंगुलर जॉब के लिए अप्लाई किया है, तो आपको एंगुलर में कितने साल का एक्सपीरियंस। मैंने बोला कि एंगुलर तो मुझे आता ही नहीं है, मुझे रिएक्ट आता है और मुझे जावास्क्रिप्ट आता है। तो उन्होंने कहा कि हमारे पास एक और रोल है जिसमें केवल जावास्क्रिप्ट का काम है, तो तुम्हारा रिज्यूमे कहीं ना कहीं से एक बार एचआर तक पहुंचेगा, हायरिंग जो पीपल है उन तक पहुंचेगा, तो कुछ काम, तभी तो कुछ बात बनेगी। वहां तक पहुंचे, तुम बताओ।
वो
ठीक
जाना
है,
चाहिए बस,
तो
हाँ।
हाँ, वहां रिज्यूमे पहुंच गया और तुम्हारा रिज्यूमे अच्छा है, तो मतलब उनके उस जॉब पोस्टिंग पे मतलब तुमने अप्लाई किया, लेकिन हो सकता है कोई दूसरा रोल हो जो कि वहां पे लिस्टेड नहीं है, वो
अरे मेरे साथ
इंटरनली था।
एग्जांपल
हाँ
मैं बताता हूँ, मैं इंटरव्यू ले रहा था उस
हाँ।
समय फ्रंट एंड का, आई थिंक
हम्म।
रिएक्ट पे ही ले रहा था। तो क्या हुआ ना, मेरे पास एक बंदा आया, तो वो दूसरी ड्राइव में बैठा था, मतलब ही केम फॉर डॉट नेट बिकॉज ही अप्लाइड एज ए डॉट नेट डेवलपर, बट वो फ्रंट एंड पे काम करता है, क्योंकि ओपनिंग उसी में आ
हाँ।
रही थी, उसने अप्लाई कर दिया। वहां जाके उसको पता लगा यहाँ पे फ्रंट एंड ड्राइव भी चल रही है। सो व्हाट ही डिड, राइट, दैट इंटरव्यूअर ही हैव रिक्वेस्टेड सर प्लीज अलाउ मी फॉर दैट वन। सो दैट इंटरव्यूअर जो इंटरव्यू ले रहा था, उसने डायरेक्टली गिवन टू एचआर दैट प्रोफाइल कि दिस गाय इज
हम्म।
इंटरेस्टेड इन फ्रंट एंड, कैन यू टेक हिज इंटरव्यू। सो दैट प्रोफाइल केम टू मी, आई आस्क्ड हिम, so he said sir, I went as because there was opening for this only, but here I get to know there is opening for front end, but I am interested in front end only, I know little
हम्म।
bit of .NET, so that's how he joined us as a front end developer later. So
हाँ तो
stories will
बस।
come, मतलब बहुत सारी स्टोरी हो
हाँ
जाती हैं, so that's what I'm
हाँ
saying, there are practical stories which happened already in market, so it's not something you are doing very very new time. So
एंड
that's what we are.
वन मोर थिंग, लाइक मैंने एक जॉब किया हुआ था, तो लाइक मेरे को भी 3 हफ्ते हुए थे उसको पकड़े हुए, मतलब लेकिन मैंने लाइक 1 हफ्ता हुआ था, बट उन्होंने बोला कि कुछ नए स्किल्स सीखने के लिए, लाइक वर्डप्रेस एंड बूटस्ट्रैप वगैरह, मैं उस पर काम करता ही नहीं हूँ। मैंने सर को बताया था इसके बारे में, सो मैंने उसको छोड़ दिया जॉब। तो उस जैसे अगर वो मुझे बोलते हैं कोई एक्स्ट्रा स्किल सीखने के लिए जो एक्चुअली मुझे सीखने में ज़्यादा टाइम लगेगा या फिर मैं उससे फेमिलियर नहीं हूँ, तो उस केस में क्या करना चाहिए, और अगर मैं जॉब पे हूँ तो?
आई थिंक ये तो गलत डिसीजन था कि तुमने जॉब छोड़ दिया, वर्डप्रेस था। See, you could have learned. See, I started with normal HTML CSS, but then later I get to know WordPress कि मुझे WordPress पे करना है। मैंने WordPress किया, then I have did work on Magento, open cart, and it was not my skill set. I never learned PHP and database, but I get to learn in my job only. I have delivered myself all of this. There was no one to help. Then later I worked on Backbone JS. There was also less help from these guys. So all of this, man, you should never say no to anything. You are in IT profession first of all, and it
हम्म।
is related to coding only. So I don't think anything you can say no and you cannot learn that or this that. I think just invest some time and you should be able to learn.
हम्म।
ठीक है, तो ये लाइफ में तुम्हें करना पड़ेगा। मैं कब क्या कर रहा था, बाद में आई स्टार्टेड समथिंग एल्स, देन रिएक्ट, देन एंगुलर, देन दिस, देन नोड जेस। नाउ विद दिस मच एक्सपीरियंस, आई डोंट नो दिस मच or whatever it is, but 11 year, I have learned so many things, man. You cannot say. D3 came to me, I was literally crying, I cannot do this, but it was basically on the JavaScript. As JavaScript was strong, I would be able to do it in time. So I spent 2.5 hours after that, so it's not something initially you feel okay, it's very tough, I cannot do this that, and but once you spend time on something, that will become yours. Okay, so I have.
बट जैसे मैं एक जगह पे इंटर्नशिप और कर रहा था, ठीक है, तो उन्होंने मेरे को बोला कि आप रिएक्ट नेटिव सीख लो, ठीक है, तो मैं उस समय रिएक्ट से थोड़ा फेमिलियर था, तो रिएक्ट नेटिव इज नॉट दैट टफ, तो मैं वो सीख रहा था, वो तो ठीक है मैं सीख लिया, बट जैसे वर्डप्रेस और बूटस्ट्रैप है, तो
हम्म।
वो तो मतलब लाइक काइंड ऑफ लाइब्रेरी है, ठीक है, तो उनको बस लाइक बस कॉपी पेस्ट टाइप का है, तो उसमें
नहीं नहीं, देखो,
स्किल्स तो मैं ग्रो नहीं कर पाऊंगा अगर देखा जाए तो।
नहीं।
see, I'll tell you the story. The very my brother, I said the story before, right?
हम्म
He did BSc, not even done BTech. So he started programming front end, but he got job in .NET. Okay,
हम्म
he did job in .NET for 1.5 year. Now he is still a front end developer in one company where he is doing WordPress. So when you say we cannot learn WordPress, he's a I have never come across a people who's developing plugin his on WordPress. So his WordPress code, if you see, right, he can customize anything he can build, and he is not a BTech guy, and
हम्म
he learned PHP that well. He can customize WordPress code, and he can do anything. He know Node.js, PHP, and everything. How he get to went how he went there, how he learned all of that, because he spent a lot of time on doing all of this. So you can find your learning in anything, man. इट्स नॉट लाइक ये तो पहले ही बना हुआ है फ्रेमवर्क, इसमें तो ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप है। उस ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप के बनाने के लिए भी तो कोड लिखना पड़ता है। सी, इन
जी
वर्डप्रेस आल्सो देयर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप का एक नया प्लगइन आया है। उसमें यू नो नीड टू डू एनीथिंग, बट टू बिल्ड दैट फीचर वेयर यू कैन ड्रैग समथिंग, पुट इट देयर, for that also you have to write code. So learning for any framework never ends. So there is something called strappy, if you came across, for Node.js. So it
हम्म
will give you the facility where you no need to write any API code. You will be still, you will get the basic APIs readily available from strappy. But there is still a chance, so they had given the option to write a custom APIs, so you can still write the code. So any framework, if you say I know very well, I can do everything, you cannot. You have a number of possibilities on learning anything on all of this, right? So that's what I mean. So don't be in that zone कि ये तो यहाँ पे खत्म हो जाता है, इसमें तो कुछ नहीं होता है। ऐसा नहीं होता।
तो जैसे ये अमन ने मुझसे जॉब छोड़ने के बाद बोला था कि मैंने छोड़ दिया, तो और अमन ने बोला कि उसको वर्डप्रेस का काम दिया गया था, उसने ज्वाइन किया था एज अ रिएक्ट डेवलपर,
हम्म।
लेकिन उसको बोला गया कि वर्डप्रेस का तुम्हें काम करना है, वर्डप्रेस सीख लेना करना। तो मैंने भी बोला अगर तुम्हें रिएक्ट में जॉब करना है तो ठीक है, तुमने छोड़ दिया, कोई गलत बात नहीं है, तुम दूसरी रिएक्ट की जॉब पा जाओगे। अभी इसमें जो अमन का जो माइंडसेट है वो ये है, और मैंने भी यही बोला कि अगर तुम वर्डप्रेस में जॉब करने लगे अभी, तो तुम अगले 1 साल तक या 1.5 साल तक, जब तक भी उस कंपनी में हो, तुम्हें वर्डप्रेस का ही काम मिलेगा, क्योंकि वहाँ पे काम है। और एज अ सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर अगर तुम्हें ग्रो करना है, तो तुम, अगर मान लो तुम्हें रिएक्ट जेएस में प्लस वर्डप्रेस में या जावा स्क्रिप्ट में प्लस वर्डप्रेस में ऐसा कुछ मिल रहा है काम, तो ठीक है, कर सकते हो उसके साथ। लेकिन अगर केवल वर्डप्रेस में और केवल बस डिजाइन लेवल का, बहुत ज्यादा लॉजिक नहीं, रिएक्ट नहीं, सब कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है, तो शुरुआत में तुम्हारी ग्रोथ काफी कम होगी। तो इसलिए मेरे हिसाब से कि अगर तुम शुरू कर रहे हो तो वर्डप्रेस में अगर चले गए, तो उसमें मेनली ज्यादातर डिजाइन करके होता है, डिजाइन करने की चीजें होती हैं, ब्लॉग्स बनते हैं और टेम्पलेट्स रहते हैं, उसका यूज करके ई कॉमर्स वेबसाइट्स बनती हैं। तो हमारी सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग कहीं ना कहीं से जो होती है, लॉजिक वाला चीज, वो उसमें ज्यादा यूज नहीं होता है। करने को तुम कर सकते हो, लेकिन उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट ही नहीं रहेगी। जो कंपनी वाले रहेंगे वो वर्डप्रेस इसीलिए बना रहे हैं कि
ये लोग सही
उनके
से
प्रोजेक्ट।
बनाते नहीं है। द प्रॉब्लम इज पीपल वोंट डू प्रॉपर वर्क विद वर्डप्रेस, बिकॉज उनको
हाँ
वो क्या करते हैं ना, स्टैटिक एचटीएमएल लिखना शुरू कर देते, बट देयर इज अ वे यू कैन राइट बैक एंड प्लगइन्स, और यू कैन क्रिएट योर ओन प्लगइन्स बाय राइटिंग ऑल द लॉजिक्स वेयर यू कैन इंटरेक्ट विद डेटाबेस. You can write your own plugins and logics in PHP, and then you can serve the data to front end. But in general, जो भी company WordPress पे काम करती है, what I've seen the what you say pattern, what they do, they will just statically write everything and just deliver the project. That is the case, right? So you also need to see कि किस तरीके का काम तुम्हें मिल रहा है. Let's say WordPress में मिल रहा है, but they are saying no no, हम लोग ऐसा simple नहीं करते ये, like we are not following this practice. We actually write everything, and where we will store every data to database. So that means there is a coding involved, there is a logic involved. So that's what I mean, Anurag. So it's not about कि WordPress की जॉब तुमने छोड़ दी, it's about कि what kind of work you are getting. Is that a developer work, or is that a designer kind of work where you cannot utilize your
हाँ
skill set? Let's say you are doing whatever, let's say whatever framework you are using, but if there is a coding involved which required a lot of what you say, logic building, this that, so I think that should be okay, even though if it is on
हाँ
PHP or something like that, that
हाँ like
logic
my
PHP or JavaScript is not differ.
हाँ
Let's say I'll ask you to write
हाँ
what you
हाँ
say, watch program. So a watch program where you have to show the timings and date and everything. If you write in PHP or JavaScript, your logic will improve. There is no way it will not improve. You know how to do
हाँ
something.
हाँ वो
वही तो मैं
लॉजिक वाला काम किसी भी लैंग्वेज में मिले वो करो।
वो करो।
और अगर तुम्हारा हाँ लॉजिक वाला काम तुम्हारा लॉजिकल माइंड नहीं यूज हो रहा है तो उसमें ज्यादा दिन तक रहना अच्छी बात नहीं है। तुम्हें मतलब लॉजिकल किसी भी लैंग्वेज में हो, लैंग्वेज से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, तुम्हारा लॉजिक यूज हो वो मैटर करता है। तो अगर तुम्हें लॉजिक का काम मिल रहा है, इवन वो पीएचपी है, पाइथन है या जावा है, किसी में है, उसमें तुम्हारी सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियरिंग दिखेगी। अगर केवल डिजाइनिंग का काम है तो फिर तुम अच्छे डिजाइनर बन जाओगे उसमें। तो इसीलिए मतलब तुम
But I
कोई भी
think
लैंग्वेज हो।
also like what I see nowadays, no, everyone is behind development only. But if you feel your development skill is not going forward, like that's a suggestion. Okay, I'm not saying you should leave your domain. I'm just telling there is a very vast or there is a very vast field which is UI UX. Okay, which is open, where we have a lot of openings, and nowadays very hot cake in market. Okay, UI UX, and most of my friends who are already working in UI UX and they are earning more than us, they are from BTech background. They was doing programming before, but they have done the course on UI UX. Okay, and then now they are doing well and they are earning like anything. And they are not only in India, they went to US, and because they have to interact with client, they do a lot of client servicing, or they will go to client and meet and build their or design their product, design their UX. So it's not only you can earn money on development. So my point is, if you feel your mind is good in design, so also there is a way to move forward. If you feel your testing mind is good, you can also move forward. So you should figure out something.
So I
Okay,
hope Aman you got your doubt, your question
Yeah, actually,
clear.
yes. I never thought in that way.
Hmm.
So,
If your logic is being used, logical mind is being used, so you can do that even if it is different language.
hmm,
If you know JavaScript, it will take you, if you are willing to just open to learn, it will take only 10-15 days and you will learn whole new language if you already know one language. It is not a different thing. So all the that matters is if you want to do engineering, then your logical mind should be used. Other than that, language does not matter. Okay, so yeah.
hmm. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hmm. Yes, there are more questions. Sir, should I learn DSA in order to get front-end job? So this question, who will take? Sadanand, what is your take on this one? Should we learn DSA for front-end
Yes.
jobs?
Recently, I have written an article on that also.
Yeah, then you can explain it better.
Yeah, so a lot of confusion and dilemma over the same with, among all the front end devs and many other developers also. So without DSA, I don't think you can write any logic in the front end or in any programming language. So if you mean to say, do I need a advanced DSA which involves extreme graph and a lot of backtracking and something like that, if you are asking, and any specific algorithms, let's say, do you want Dijkstra's algorithm? So something like that, if you are asking, then it may not be needed for most of the jobs. But for front end specific jobs, a good amount of DSA is needed after a certain number of years of experience. So even in the starting, it would be needed, but the complexity will be minimal for you because the kind of tasks which will be assigned to you will not be that complex. And even if it is complex, let's say all the tasks are complex, there will be people to assist you. So that is the advantage you get, but you can't escape from DSA forever. So that is the thing. And the other side of the front end development is that nowadays you can see everything is coming into front end. Games are being built with the front end, and the high level applications are coming to front end with the WebAssembly, and many more applications you might have seen the Google Doc, then the Visual Studio Code as a code sandbox. So many applications have come into front end. So all these applications are possible because of the main role of DSA also. So if you think you can do achieve these things without DSA, I don't think that is possible.
Yeah, totally agree. But yeah, main skills, just don't forget that, okay? Like you should be really working on your base skills, JavaScript, if you are on front end. And DSA is always add on. But if your only goal is to just crack interviews, so there is a variety, product and service based company. So service based company might not ask much of the DSA, but product based company will definitely ask. And startups will definitely ask you the questions if they are working on product. Right, Sadanan? Mostly service based company might not ask you any kind of DSA. So you prepare for both kind of company so that you should be able to crack.
Yeah, right. So that is one thing. On top of that, for the kind of questions I can see for freshers, DSA asked with basic questions like array and string. So when companies ask basic questions, the pay will also be basic only in general.
Yeah.
But when you are able to crack the DSA to the next level, you know what kind of opportunities you have.
Yeah.
A simple example, let's say a fresher is applying for Google, and he or she is able to crack that level of DSA, you know what kind of package they get. And when you are able to crack a simple basic string reverse, palindrome or not, and you expect these questions, so you know what kind of pay they pay in those companies.
Yeah. So mid-level or these companies, right? They also like where like Southern you are talking, right? So in that case, there is a difference. Like if you go to the company which is the product level company, they will actually they don't have much of the barrier on package. The kind of questions you are answer, they will give you the package based on that. Okay, but if you go to the companies where they have a fixed amount of pay, and that comes to the senior members mostly, so they will just give you that amount. They will not give you, okay, let's say same experience guys earning 12 lakhs and you they will give you 25 lakhs. That is also one case. So what I'm trying to say is, for fresher you don't worry about how much you can get. That you even don't know now what is the company standard. You focus on your base skills and everything, package and all, its own company. If they have funds for you, like, and you have cracked that much of level of interview, they can give you 20. If they don't have funds and you crack whatever number of interviews, okay, whatever level of answers, if they say, okay, I can only pay fresher 4 lakhs, they will only pay 4 lakhs whatever level you crack. So where Sadanan saying a number of package, that is the level of companies. If you are going like Amazon, Google or Microsoft or UiPath, these kind of companies don't have barrier on the package. So where you don't have barrier on the package, whatever you answer they will give you, the way your mind works. But majority of companies have a fixed package on your experience. So be prepared for that. Don't be in assumption of getting a number, because I don't think uh, whoever we are talking here and everyone are in the same mindset of getting a number of package. So I would say, don't have a false promise to yourself. So be on the practicality, work on your basics, and then win your interviews. I think we are already over time. Satanan and Anurag, do we have more thing to speak up?
Uh, no, like if there are any good questions or any important questions, we can speak. Or for this DSA for front end, I have actually different experience. Like I have been to product based companies but it is not like FANG companies, like FANG, like Amazon, Google, Flipkart. I've been to other product-based companies where they don't ask DSA, they ask JavaScript questions mainly, and whatever framework you are working on, that questions they will ask. And like even remote startups are there, they will also ask uh, JavaScript questions and some logic questions they will ask. It is not like that they will not ask any logic question. They will ask logic questions, and they also give good package actually. So I am personally not from the BTech background. So I have not learned DSA. I have only learned JavaScript and React, and I have mastered that. And my problem solving is good. So if you give any kind of problem, I'll be able to solve until unless it is very cryptic algorithm that I have not like studied earlier. So if it is a fair problem, I will solve. So I have different experience. So, for front ends, I have not faced DSA, and I have been able to get into the product. Like I have only worked in product-based companies, but I'm working like I know DSA, but I have not practiced it much because DSA needs practice. So I have not practiced other algorithms like trees, graphs, like that. I know the basics, and I am able to do the work. And I am sure that like that we cannot grow, like we cannot go up in the career. Like right now, I have 2 years of experience. As I progress, I know I need to learn DSA. I need to practice DSA. But for the fresher, you can get in without DSA also. So in some companies, DSA will be asked. In some companies, DSA will not be asked. So this like in this way, like you can prepare. If you like DSA, it is good. Like it is not harmful. It is good. Like you can learn, and yes, you can go without DSA also.
Okay, great answer, Nurag. So, thank you so much, everyone, and it's been a great hour. So, we'll see you in next Q&A session soon. So, please do share your reviews in group so that others will it will encourage others to join in next session. Yeah, please do talk
Yeah.
about that, and we'll be putting this one on YouTube, so you can share your great reviews there. Yeah, thank you so
Yeah.
much, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you, Rakesh. Thank you. Thank you for having me.